What's going on, folks? We're back. Sorry we skipped Thursday. Couldn't be done. Couldn't be helped.
One thing I'm going to say is no more cocaine parties in LA.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Those will do it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's the reason for every time we've missed a recording.
We keep getting invited out. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. To LA, too, of all places. We're just, we're so deep in the biz now.
So in there.
That we get flown out, everything, yeah.
Like Greg said, and Everybody Hates Chris, you're so in there, man.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Does he say that a lot? Is that
it's like his catchphrase? Okay. It's like, you never watched Everybody Hates Chris?
Not like that. I've seen like episodes here and there.
What in the fuck? You're like the only person who could ever say that they haven't seen every single episode 72 times.
No, well, I have not. And who's Greg? Is Greg like
He's his white best friend. Well, he went to an all-white school, and Greg was his best friend. And he Chris would see a girl, and he'd be like, "You're so in there, man," or some shit.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you to 27 Hokage for following. I'm not sure why. I think that's for my gaming Twitch, which, by the way, I will be on more. Oh my gosh, how did that happen? I will be on much, much more. I promise. I'm not sure when. Twitch.tv/HugoStranger10. See me there playing some games. We play over there. We play Smash Bros. Lorenzo and I. We play some Elden Ring. My friends and I. We play Bloons Tower Defense 6, also known as Floons. So if you hear me say Floons, that's what we're talking about. And yeah, so
we're playing them.
Get over there and fucking follow,
watch, subscribe. I did. I had some feedback. Some people told me they didn't watch it when we were recording on Twitch. They waited for it to post on YouTube because you got to like make a Twitch account to watch.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. Jeff Bezos knows what he's doing.
Oh, he owns that too.
Amazon owns Twitch. Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, Big Daddy Bezos.
It's like Google owns YouTube. Amazon owns Twitch.
Yeah.
Microsoft owns Mixer, which RIP Mixer failed pretty much on launch. I don't even know if it's still running, to be honest with you. Now the big streamers are Kick, Twitch. There's like one more that I don't go on. So
people are still on Kick.
So it's a different Kick. It's not the. It's weird because it's also green. Like
I was like, they done updated that shit. It ain't.
No, the logo is still green, but it's KICK, not KIK.
Oh. I was about to say they done updated that shit, boy. That's what you used to message fucking questionable people on. You know what I'm saying?
It sure was, and I sure do. Oh my gosh, every gay person's experience, I think, involves Kick at some point after the year 2000. Yeah,
that's my coming out right there. I'm fucking dying.
This is the website here. So Kick, ladies and gentlemen, we do not stream to Kick. So find us on Twitch. Thank you.
We do not do it. It's Twitch, like Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
Just Twitch. So what's been going on? Let's give it a little update.
A little update. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's been out here chilling, getting that money. That's why they call me Los Money. You know what I'm saying? Days of here got herself a stainless steel fountain. That's what you do when you love your pet. You give them that real good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Stainless steel fountain.
Stainless steel fountain.
Okay.
And it holds a lot of water. A lot of water being held in that.
And it automatically dispenses water for her, I assume?
Yep. It's a pump. It just pumps the water through. She just
amazing.
water because cats like flowing water because it's more likely to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 2 filters in that bitch, along with the double. It comes out the double filtered faucet of my goddamn sink. Mad filtered. Her shit is quadruple filtered fucking water.
Okay.
Delicious.
Yeah, and I'm sure she notices every drip, every little drop there is quadruple filtered. That was the big sell at Starbucks. It's like, let everyone know that our water is triple filtered. Like they just said it
Is
all the
it?
time. They said it more than I heard anything else at Starbucks. It's like the water here is triple filtered.
I literally never heard that until just now.
Well, when you work there, I guess they just drill it down your in your brain. Let them know.
Tell them. I didn't know that. I'm gonna start going Starbucks for
Yeah, and
water.
it's free, and you can get any size free. You can get like the biggest cup, the
If
ice,
I
all of it's free.
if I go there with my gallon size water bottle, will they fill it?
So there was a COVID policy where they stopped filling people's reusable cups, but I don't know if it's been lifted now. Obviously, it's 2023.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm not sure if reusable things are back in action, but they did stop even filling with water people's personal cups. So, but no, I mean any size, tall, which is small, to Trenta, which is big gulp.
I'm about to, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do some wild, like, ignorant shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to fucking go to Starbucks with my own tea bag and ask for a cup of hot water and put the tea bag in there in their face.
Yeah.
They make tea, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably do that too.
I don't be messing with the Bucks. I just want to taunt them. I don't know why. What's wrong with me taunting fucking people that? Well, Starbucks pays decent, huh?
No, it's really good. That's why it's especially funny watching them go through all these union talks, Starbucks unionizing, because they get a ton of benefits. Yeah.
Yeah. My my roommate used to work there. They was paying for her school and shit. Like, yeah.
And that's Bernie Sanders' whole thing, though. I don't know if you saw the hearings when they were talking about, or when it went to the Senate. I forget. Oh my gosh, what's the CEO of Starbucks name? Help me here.
Shit, boy. Who knows? I don't remember I remember when they did the
Howard Schultz. When Howard Schultz was in the Senate, actually, for these hearings on why they were effectively union busting or trying to deter people from organizing. Bernie Sanders led that, led like the questioning or whatever, and he was basically like, or Howard Schultz was basically like, hey, we have some of the best benefits of any, service industry company or any company really for that matter in the United States. So
and I do think they pay well as well, right?
And they pay decent. Yeah, they pay. I think it's starting $15 an hour starting at all the locations for the most part, or it might be a little less than that because it's plus tips. So, but it's like a minimum something plus tips.
I guess that's all right. And then it's like real talk benefits, like depending are like pretty fucking. You know what I'm saying? Benefits are always a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
sometimes
definitely.
you know what I'm saying. It's like depending on who you are, it could be better than like a slightly higher check. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And real quick, I hear a little clicking sound. If your phone's nearby, just kind of get it away from the mic. I don't know what's going on. But no, definitely. And what I'll say is, when I was working there, they had great retirement benefits. They had great. I didn't need the healthcare, but they had healthcare options, and they had. There's the Arizona State University. You can take free classes online through them with Starbucks. But so Howard Schultz's defense was, we got some of the best benefits. We didn't understand why people felt the need to unionize, but you can't really say that you're trying to deter unionization without being charged with the crime of doing so. So he was kind of like tiptoeing around, saying everything but we tried to convince them not to. And then Bernie Sanders, comes back with, well, you're not that shouldn't matter because anybody working at any company has the right in this country to organize and to form a union. So, open, shut, done. So, and he said it obviously in a much grander way, more nuanced way than that. But that was the gist of it, and that got a few hundreds of thousands of views. It was just a few months ago that happened. It's a pretty big story for a second.
I didn't even see that. Damn, I saw he was back. Bro, I saw Burnstable was back doing something, but
he wrote a book or something. He was touring, like he was in DC recently doing like theater tours and book signings and stuff.
Bernie, come on the show.
Yeah, come on the L&C podcast. Small ground roots business. It's right up your alley.
DMV base, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We're giving back to the community through laughter and through
exactly. People know us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We were just in LA. We were just at one of those parties that we got invited to.
We didn't see you. It was kind of late. I imagine it was your bedtime.
Yeah. I will say this very briefly. I'll expound upon it later when I can. But I wrecked my car. Today's Sunday, the 11th. I wrecked my car early Friday morning, 2 days ago from today. And so that's kind of out of commission. I'm going to be getting rides to work. I'm okay, thankfully, and I didn't hit anybody. I just collided with a fence, and it totally wrecked my car. And so that's sort of going on in the background. But I want to let you all know, if you're looking for me at mics and things, I will not be there. So there won't be any updates on performing, anything like that. It's just going to be mainly the podcast here, and I might be making some music. Stay tuned for that. I'll post all about any music that gets Mizzy made.
And send music suggestions. Any artists you'd want to hear from, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not just going to give you their contact, but if you want to hear, we could contact them, tell them, be like, hey, the fans want to hear more, Lazarus in it, Lorenzo, Caucasian.
I was going to say real artists, real people that exist, of course, that you've seen on the program here.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's an adequate update. We haven't been away for too long because we kind of put up a barrage of episodes a week ago, but now we're back on a routine.
Oh, you didn't tell them why you crashed your car. It was because when you're on cocaine, you think that cars are run like the Flintstones, so you kept tapping the fucking shits while you're trying to run, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, and actually the fence I hit, it's funny you said Flintstones, because this was kind of a Looney Tunes way it happened. Somebody painted like a tunnel on the fence and a road on the grass of the yard that I ran off the road onto. So I thought I was just taking a detour to get to my house quicker, and sure enough, it's everything.
And you probably saw someone else go through it before you tried it as well,
and
right?
I did.
Yep.
And then somehow they painted a fake one on it. Yeah, I even forget how that sequence goes. Is it that they run through it first, or do they run through a different one? And
they run through the same one. They paint the fake one, and then the road runner will run through it, and then the coyote will try to run after him, and he'll hit it because it's a wall now.
But how wasn't it a wall before?
If you just... I don't fucking know. The power of fucking good versus evil. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, that actually doesn't make sense, because I do remember that.
He opened the portal and he closed that bitch.
Maybe he used super speed to make it look like he ran through, and then darted off to the left. No, I wasn't going to say phase through, even though that is Flash canon.
His molecules, yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say maybe he took like a 90-degree turn and went off, so it looked like he went. I don't know. We're just hypothesizing now. I could just look it up. Roadrunner.
How did the Roadrunner do it?
Tunnel prank.
I want a 60 minutes fucking interview on this shit. We don't own this, by the way.
I mean, this is going to get big claimed. Okay, so he paints it. Oh, okay. The joke is that the coyote is doing it, not the roadrunner. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And it makes sense because he's confused. So how did he go through this? Yeah, okay. That's what the joke is. Yeah. Not that it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. But the joke is that regardless of this being fake, it still worked for the good guy. All right, we've established that. Oh, amazing. I'm glad we took the time to crack that one.
Bring it back to the classics. The people need to know. Oh, they're like, how? Scratching their how did it?
I'm so glad we did, because we got our whole video claimed in the process. So a round of applause for copyright.
I think we paused it halfway through and talked about it, and I think we did it correctly.
Yeah.
Look, Warner Brothers, nobody's watching Looney Tunes. Bitch, thank us and give us a fucking check. Motherfuckers is about to go watch that shit on HBO or Max. My bad, Max. Gonna watch it on Max.
Newsflash, that is Warner Brothers property, so Max.
So there you fucking go, Max.
There we go.
We're gonna get fucking lawsuit letters in the mail.
Yeah.
For defamation. I'm not paying it.
Have you been feeling the effects of this lately? Let's move on to this story that's been affecting people of the DMV area. In my case, Northern Virginia. In your case, what is it? Southern Maryland, technically.
Delmarva.
Yeah. These wildfires, the smoke from these Canadian wildfires has been just...
It's real bad in New York, boy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, have you seen that shit? Or it's like orange? Holy.
That should look like fucking LA when we were just there.
There, yeah.
I was like, hold up. Where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are we in...
No, but I mean, yeah, that's wild enough. But you had to have been on Monday of last week for me that I really started noticing the smoke, or it just looked like fog. But I was like, okay, it's not supposed to rain, or it's not like humid out or anything. Usually when there's fog like this, it's super humid, and that's just not what's going on. But it would be like I was out on the highway and I'd look down the road and trees would be like, engulfed in smoke where you can only see so far out in front of you. So I was like, okay, well, this is different. And I picked up my Nana from the airport. She just got back from Dubai. That's a whole other story. Oh, yeah. She's, yeah.
Whoa,
she just got back from...
like Nana.
Yeah, she got like a discount trip with a group of friends. And she had just got back, so I went to go pick her up. She needed a ride from the airport. And when I picked... Yeah, no, I mean, you and me both, but that aside, it didn't work out that way, right? I mean, here I am.
She didn't even ask us. I'm hurt. I'm gonna tell her when I see
invite. Yeah,
no. This thing, she reach out. What?
It's damn. Okay though. She got me a hat. That's what matters. I have a hat to show for it. No, I love her. It was so funny. I had to take her to the airport too, right? And it was like this whole thing where she let me know last minute, and I had already agreed to pick up Cameron, my friend Cameron Compton, from the airport because he was flying in, and she was flying out that same day later in the afternoon. So I was like, I'm already going to the airport, like way hours ahead of you needing this ride to the airport. And she's like, oh, I know, but there's no one else I can ask. And I was like, okay, fine. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll pick him up, and then you can meet me where I'm at, and then I'll take you the rest of the way up there after you get here. That works. And she had like 4 full huge suitcases by herself for like a 4 or 5 day trip. So basically a suitcase for each day. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck do you need all this shit for?
How many bags did she come back with?
She came back with all 4. All 4 of them.
Would you get back with like 4 more? Just a bunch of souvenirs and shit?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's one of them might have been empty because that's what it could have been dedicated for.
Too after, she 2 souvenir bags. No, really, it's just like 3 empty bags.
Oh, my God. No, they were not empty because I had to pick them shits up and pass them off at the airport. And you get to the drop off area, you turn your hazards on or whatever, and you got to kind of get out and go. And we're fucking around with these 4 bags, and like she's like, I need a card or something. I'm just like, I need you to get inside so I can move my cart and leave before I get a ticket or something. That's the last thing anyone needs.
Look, you're unloading. They better understand that. Just be like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But she did the right thing, because she saw I was a little, and I'm going through a bunch in the background. I mean, this is obviously before my car accident, but I was already going through a bunch of bullshit personally, and she knew this was like the last thing I wanted to do, especially coming from this airport, right? It's not like a short trip. I mean, it's like an hour both ways.
What's it called?
Dulles International.
Yeah.
No, I had just been there the same day to pick someone else up who flew in, and I was just, it was a quiet car ride there, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, best case she gets kidnapped with these 4 bags, because I'm gonna have to pick her up in a week. And the way she is when I talk to everybody, hopefully she talks to the wrong like billionaire that she doesn't have any business speaking to, and he just has his shadow crew put the bag over her head and van her, and then they take care of the rest. But then they'll probably bring her back in different pieces, and I'll have to pick her up one arm at a time, and that's its own ordeal. So,
oh my god!
But no, she did the right thing. When I dropped her off, she gave me $20, and that smoothed everything over. That covered gas at least. So very thankful for that. But no, she just, what was I saying? So when she got back, that's when I noticed the smoke, and I asked her, I was like, is it foggy to you? And she's like, yeah, it does look like there's a lot of fog, but neither of us really knew what was going on until I got home and looked it up, and sure enough, there's these wildfires in Canada that are the smoke is blowing down from the country into really the upper East Coast and Midwest of the United States. Wow, if I could fucking speak. I blame the wildfires straight to my brain. All that smoke. But no, I mean, and then once you look it up, realize what's happening, and it actually started around the Friday or Saturday before I even picked her up, and I just wrote it off as fog because I'm not outside for too long outside of the morning, and there's like, I get morning fog, sure, like that's a thing, right? But there's always a ton of construction by my job, but starting Friday of last week, it smelled a lot smokier outside, like shit was burning, or like there was a burn pit somewhere on one of these fucking construction sites near my job. So wrote it off, but then I realized, oh god, we've just been breathing in like legit, forest fire smog this whole time. And it's not too bad down here, not nearly as bad as, like you said, New York or the tri-state area up there, like New Jersey and all that.
Air purifier in your house with New York rent. Who can afford to just go get a fucking air purifier?
Yeah, for real. I mean, I used to have one. I gave it to my dad when he moved into his new place. He was like sort of fumigating it.
Justin sent me this link a few months back, and I believe I saved it. But it was like, if you have a box fan and like a box, you can create an air purifier. Because I was actually looking into it before. His brother had one. I remember I probably asked both of them about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, which one did you have? Or like, how much did it cost or whatever? They're not the cheapest things, but I have a box fan. Now, I use it at night. I could easily get a second one. I know this box fans have went up in price. Them bitches used to be like $10. Now they're like 20 something. Everything's went up in price. It's ridiculous. But I got boxes. I got Amazon boxes and shit. If I order a box fan from Amazon, I could probably just use the box that comes in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like the way it looked is like they had the box on the ground and the box fan like kind of inside of the box, like just doing it like this. You know what I'm saying?
No, that would be nifty for sure, because those things, I mean, they're not exactly
Mm-hmm.
if you get a small one, but the quality ones sure aren't
Well, yeah,
cheap. I mean, they'll run you
not just like
$100.
the about torso size, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That mine was not too big, but it works for my room.
Yeah.
And that's really all I needed it for because when I moved into this house, it had been used to breed dogs actually, and so it just smelled like dog
Wow.
shit. The entire house smelled like dog shit and piss and just dog smell, like bad dog smell. And you know how like white people smell usually, most of them, just like golden retriever, like hot mess, fur everywhere. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine that times, I don't know, 80, because there were at any given moment like 40 golden retrievers and fucking
Holy.
Dobermans and French bulldogs in this house, and they just let them run wild and shit everywhere. And like I said, piss, scratch everything, and throw up in the backyard. It was just like their play. Like we just today, I spent 4 hours nearly with my mom and her boyfriend, uh, cleaning up this pile, not cleaning up, getting rid of this pile of dirt that they had in the driveway. You've seen, where we park and all that. The dirt was there because the dogs that they had been breeding in this house had dug so many holes in the backyard, so deep in the backyard, that they were essentially just like digging like ditches all over and so they needed to ship in a pile of dirt to fill in the the chasms that had been created by all these dogs. You know, like
I don't
one dog digs to like bury a thing. Imagine like
a
50
bunch.
dogs like combined trying to bury some shit. Yeah, it's no joke. So I mean, it smelled rancid. Like when I pulled up here, I didn't scope this place out beforehand when we signed the lease, right? I just trusted my mom because she actually worked for this lady that they handled and bred all these dogs. And so she'd been in and out of this house all the time, and my brother too. And I figured if somebody's gonna say some shit, it's my brother. He's gonna let me know.
Yeah, these younger kids, these
Yeah,
damn
they
whatever
don't stand
they
for
are,
that. No,
they gonna say some shit.
they
They
are
gonna let me know, and they be like,
never never heard a thing, not from him, not from her, nobody. And I just thought, okay, so she has her business in there. Yeah, it's a little unorthodox, but surely it's not unlivable if these people are living in here and my mom's working there. I mean, yeah. So I pull up with the moving truck. I mean, everything in tow, lease signed. We're selling the old house. There's no going back, and it just smells rancid. It smells like Brussels sprouts, like spoiled produce. And then that's before you even get in the house. That's just on that big ass driveway on the way down in front of the house. Yeah, because I mean the backyard, the front yard, just totally like soiled with like that smell. You get in the house, and I started gagging immediately. My mom started crying when I started. No, you're laughing because you can see it playing out. Because I started gagging immediately. I was like, I can't even like go in here. And this is when people were like sort of wearing masks, sort of not. So I had a couple masks in my house. I layered up, and I actually like had like a breath mint or some gum that I would chew while I had the mask on. So like just yeah, that's actually what people do in hospitals when they're working on, in like sort of smelly, odorous situations. They put little menthol strips or little clips in their nostrils. Yeah, just to mask the smells. And then
I even know that.
yeah,
Damn that.
morticians and people too. Yeah, they all. It's a
Uh,
product, but no, I didn't have them shits on hand. I had to use what I could work with, and it didn't
oh my
work because man, I was just the whole time moving my shit in. Thankfully, the upstairs where I'm at was the least potent. It still smelled bad. Don't get me wrong, it still smelled, but they replaced all the floors upstairs with carpet.
God.
But everything that was hardwood, everything that like had traces of their of their
Of
feces
their
and
pheromones and
yeah,
shit.
pheromone, all of it was
They
awful.
should have cleaned that shit. They have like specific products to like get rid of like animal urine smells and
Yeah,
shit.
they
And
went
one
and fumigated the house, and I think once, and then it still wasn't enough. And then they kind of ran these big industrial fans with cleaning supplies, everything. They just ran fans through the house for days
baby.
with the windows open.
Mm.
And that kind of helps, kind of didn't. But we got in here. I got the air purifier for my room. That helped a lot. I ran candles like all hours when I was here to watch them, and I had air fresheners and shit. So my spot is okay. I mean, you've been in here, doesn't it? It doesn't smell bad, right? I mean, how would you say? Be honest. I mean, please. I really don't. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Nah, it's straight. Especially your room is straight.
Okay, cool.
Like, it
Because
feels like a room, I guess.
yeah, I mean, if you were here even like 6 months before, you would notice. Like
I would notice.
you would notice like a significant difference because man, this was bad. This is bad. Well, it's lived in now. We got to fix. The only thing I will say is bad still is the basement because that's where all the dogs slept and everything, you know. So like they're down there most of the time, and man, yeah, you even open the basement door and it's like that's a wrap. So I will next time you come through, I'll challenge you. Just open the door and take a whiff. You'll see what the entire you'll see what the entire house smelled like, and then you'll know why. You'll know I wasn't overreacting when I was like, oh, look, you want us to live here?
Goddamn air freshener bombs and throw 20 of them bitches downstairs.
Well, honestly, I didn't know what to, so we don't use the basement for anything. We don't store anything down there. What, it's just going to collect the smell, it's just off limits.
But if it was a better smell, maybe you would. You gotta get mad air, not even like scents, but like air purifiers. You know what I'm saying? Like to the air, the odor eliminator. Shit, so that's what I get, but like a lot.
Yeah, definitely. We're just happy to be able to live in the space that we can now. Thankfully, it's gone.
He's like, look, we're gonna take what we can get.
Yeah, take what we can get. We haven't been using it this long, and we don't know how much longer we're gonna be in this space for. But the smoke that everyone's breathing in recently, it should be subsiding soon. I want to say we're on the downtrend. I mean, today's Friday. It's been about a week and some change of this, and today, I mean, I was outside for 4 hours, like I was saying, during the day, and it was a nice day, nice enough to do yard work and get rid of this big dirt pile out in the driveway. That's how I even got to the dogs. Was talking about this dirt that we were moving, just putting it in a wheelbarrow and essentially dumping it down into the yard and off of the driveway that they had it sitting. I mean, it was this big giant pile. And I'll say this about the dirt pile that we were going through. There were snakes in it. And it was like every 15 minutes we find another snake and then kill that son of a bitch. And
God damn. Yeah, were they poisonous or venomous?
Little like rat snakes. I don't even know if they were rat snakes or what. But they were like light brownish with like diamond patterns or
maybe they're a diamondback.
I mean, let me find my mom sent me a picture of one that they found. So not diamonds, but they had like, yes, light brown with like this little camouflage pattern looking thing.
Somebody knows what they were.
Yeah. Y'all tell me if you know what type of snake that is right there.
I don't fucking know.
That's the pattern. Oh.
I don't know shit about snakes. I wish I did, but I don't. I
won't show the head because it's kind of severed off. But
poor bastard.
Poor snake shouldn't have been there.
He was keeping the rats away.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like I said there were like 5 or 6 of those. I only saw 2. But moving that, the day was good enough to do all that we needed to get done, and hopefully it's on the downtrend, but we can read here Fox 5, the DC weather report says the conditions begin to wane, and this is as of June 9th, so from 2 days ago. A code orange air quality alert is in effect. Yeah, it was all this code red, code orange, code purple. People were hearing about. Code orange means that the quality of the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups. Sensitive groups meaning people with like lung conditions, heart disease, asthma, anything where if your breathing is impaired, it might complicate the effects of your current health conditions. But good, it's starting to go away. But the reason I want to talk about this more than just that we've all been going through it is that previously on the podcast we covered a product that I think both of us and really all of us thought was completely and utterly useless. I don't know if you remember this product. You're laughing now because I think it's clicking with you. What are the chances, right? That just weeks after this product's launch, there would be like dire health conditions as relates to air pollution and, like the quality of breathable air. People love their music. People love to carry on and listen to podcasts like ours. What better product, really? And this is coming off of a week of great technological innovations. We got the Apple headset coming out for $3,500, but then there's this piece of hardware that's like a godsend, a diamond in the rough that everyone shit on. No one took serious. Here's this lady actually in New York. You were talking about how bad it was in New York. Here's her testing out the Dyson Zone headphones that we covered here on the podcast.
Air, they getting a big lawsuit, boy.
I mean, let's see if they work or not. This is the piece de resistance, I would say.
So I'm out here, broke out the Dyson Zone because this is an opportunity to test how the air purifying features work now that I actually need them.
Exactly. Emphasis on actually need them, because who the fuck needed this before? Again, like if you're not in like, I don't know, like Beijing or smack in like the worst parts of LA, yeah, what, like how we were talking about, no one had any fucking need for these at all. And apparently they're super heavy because the hardware that they're comprised of is, not light. Exactly. Imagine packing an entire air filter apparatus in your headset, combined with all the added features of the headset itself. That should come standard to any pair of headphones. And it's like a big giant metal chassis that it's just not light, so it's not comfortable for one. Like you can't wear it for too long. And then the air filter itself makes a noise, right? We covered that it's like constantly, maintaining and the maintaining the clean air creates a sound. It's kind of like ringing in the background of whatever you're listening to. So if anything, it's just a glorified white noise machine that nobody really needed until now. So I'm glad she emphasized that she actually needs it now.
You think they had a rise in purchases, especially after we put on the podcast?
Like, I wonder. No, I really do. I'd be interested to look and see if there's an article or anything outlining how many have been purchased since this air crisis as the past week. Because this lady said she bought them prior and she didn't need them, and now she's like, nah, I actually need them.
No, there's no way they just make this for no reason. What if, now I'm not saying, but what if certain people whose names rhyme with Tyson set certain trees on fire?
Rhymes with Mike Tyson, yeah. No, really, what a brilliant move on their part. If they did, like, hey, hats off to you.
See, what if they do it again and it just seems like a casual thing that happens all the time, and then they have a sale, a fucking... Yeah,
but it's like lightning sale.
It's like 10% off.
10% off, 15% off. Hey, what 15% of like $350? How much were these? Yeah, that's not
nothing.
Like
1,000.
No, these were like, were they? I want to say.
Trust me. I know. I think one was $950 and one was $1,000. One was $999.
Really? I thought it was $350 and $399, but I could be wrong. Dyson.
No, I think it was $9.
I don't think it was $1,000.
$999. $949, $999.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I remember my prices.
But then here they are on QVC, $349. Oh no, that's just a standard air purifier. No, the fucking headphones, $349. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I don't know how I already marked it down in my head. I thought.
Oh, are you working with Dyson?
Must have been a blowout sale. Yeah, it must be.
Working with Dyson and you ain't tell me?
I must be the sleeper agent or something.
Give me the discount.
Now let's see what she says. Let's see her review. Let's see if they're worth every dollar of these thousands of dollars, or these $1,000 you'll be spending on these
Quick
headphones.
note, I don't recommend doing this. I have an N95 mask, and I'm not going to be out
She's
here
wearing
for
a mask.
very long.
That's not a filter, by the way. That's how orange it is in New York City, or it was. When was this posted? This was like
I'm out here
a few days ago.
out.
I think this went up. I think it went up on Saturday or Sunday of last week. So
Actually need them. Quick note, I don't recommend doing this. I have an N95 mask, and I'm not going to be out here for very long because this is not great. Let's see what the app says. What? This can't be good.
So there's an app that comes with the headset software by Dyson that tells you how good the quality of air is that you're breathing in through the headset, not necessarily what's...
Okay.
Well, actually, sorry, no. It's telling you how good the quality of air is outside of the headset, and then what all is being filtered through the headset. So it's like a comprehensive analysis of what's going on around you.
That's neat, actually.
Yeah, it is neat, but the only problem with that is for some reason it's saying that the air quality is good. The conditions are good when it's orange outside.
Like, hey, it's all good. Go and breathe that shit in.
Breathe it in. Take a deep breath. You don't even need the headphone, the mouthpiece. Just take.
You don't need it.
Go ahead and take the mouthpiece off. Enjoy the music.
You're not gonna buy it twice.
I mean, how crazy! It's orange outside. It looks like an Instagram filter outside right now.
This is bonkers. I can smell the horrible smoke, and yet the Dyson Zone app says that the air quality is good. No, Nate, it's really bad. It's really bad. I'm guessing that's because it's only testing for nitrogen dioxide particles.
So that's the problem with the headset as pertains to the smoke that people are experiencing on the East Coast here, is that the headset only detects standard air pollution, like day-to-day air pollution that's caused by like gas pollution, factories, fossil fuels, right? But this is what is forest fire comprised of? Forest fire, smoke. Yeah, let's see the chemical composition of forest fire smoke. All smoke contains carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and particulate matter. That's what we've been hearing. Particulate matter is what people are most worried about. Soot, in other words. So like the ashes and the fine ash matter that comes with breathing in forest fire. It stays and collects in your lungs, and that's what complicates people's pre-existing health conditions further, is that fine matter that actually collects in your lungs. So, but
I'm probably dying right now.
Yeah, but we didn't read nitrogen dioxide, which is the big component of most air pollution. So that's what this headset's searching for. That's what shows up on the app, and it's who's to say if it's actually adequately filtering any of it, but it's not detecting it.
This is a soup of maybe other things. Quick final thoughts. I think that the Dyson Zone is probably more useful for everyday city pollution, not this kind of nonsense.
So, I mean, like I said, who's to say if it's actually filtering the stuff? It's just not detecting it. It's not, the app won't reflect that it's detecting anything.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Because
how air tastes, I guess.
Yeah, but she's saying she can taste that shit still. So that's why she's saying it's not working. She's saying that combined with the app's readings, she doesn't think it's working. Not adequately.
$1,000 down. Well, which color is that? That's the $1,000 one, right? Or was it the blue one?
Yeah, she's got the $1,000 one.
God damn,
the $50 discount was for silver, and it looks like she has bronze on. Or that could just be the air pollution making it look bronze. Who knows? No, I think she's got the bronze or the copper one. So I'm so sorry, my dear. This is actually by The Verge. So The Verge, friend of the show. A great news organization for us that provides countless articles for your listening consumption.
Maybe Dyson isn't up to it, or maybe that's what those use. Your Honor, It doesn't even detect nitrogen dioxide. How could we possibly do it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
They want people to buy it without thinking.
without thinking. Yeah,
They be like, "Ooh, an air purifier," and the whole time it don't even purify the goddamn. And it's smart
yeah.
because it's like, why would we? That doesn't even make sense. People
some
could easily look it up.
9D chess they've been playing, setting these fires.
Hey, that somebody gets paid to do it in these big companies.
Yeah.
I'm on to you, Dyson. If anything happens to me, it's fucking Dyson. So now they can't touch me because then everyone's gonna know.
It's either white women or Dyson or both.
It's both.
Let's
They
see
teamed
what
up.
they're.
It's like the League of Evil. They teamed up. Who's the CEO of Dyson?
Yeah, let's find out real quick. And then we'll have time for probably one more thing. We'll have to get out of here. But let's see, CEO of Dyson. Roland Kruger. Okay, white guy. Close enough.
Yeah. This is his wife. She's plotting.
Let's not put it past him to come after us, one or both of us. Old Roland. Okay, all right.
He looks like someone that would come after you, you know? Looks like a come after type of guy.
No, this is who I was hoping my grandmother would encounter. The Saudi.
Shit. Why is his hand
Saudi billionaire?
Why does he take his picture like that?
Yeah, I know. Very menacing, Roland.
Yeah, he's like a fucking evil villain or some shit. I want you to die, Mr. Bond.
For real.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, I didn't prepare a whole bunch. So let's just recap what's going on with Jamie Foxx. The latest as of the Independent's report on 2 days ago, so also on the 9th. They say that yes, he was admitted to the hospital in April after suffering a complication of some kind. Let's get this on the screen here. Still specific details remain undisclosed. We have all the information about what his daughter's been saying and all that, so that's kind of the same. But now more celebrities are coming out saying he's okay. Like Martin Lawrence said something. He said he's doing better. He still can't say what it's all about. I don't think he knows. Yeah, April 20th, Bad Boys star Martin Lawrence told Extra that Fox was, quote, doing better. He says, my prayers go out for him every night and just wishing the best for him. One of the best that we got in Hollywood. Not only one of the best entertainers, but a good person, he added. Fox broke his silence, though, on social media on May 3rd. I don't know how we missed that in covering it, but he said, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed, prayer, heart, and Fox emoji. The actor shared on his Instagram story. So he has spoken out, if we're to believe that that's him messaging on Instagram last month. But, yeah, everybody from, like I said, Martin Lawrence to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon had to replace him on his show for the time being. And Kevin Hart said that he was on the road to recovery when he said that the dope thing is that he's getting better in his situation, and everyone's prayers, everybody's love, energy, all that stuff is seen and felt by him. Hart told hosts Logan Paul and Mike Malak on their Impulsive podcast. So, I mean, hey, he's recovering. That's all that matters. That's what we care about. It's good to know he's on the up and up, and hopefully we can hear from him more publicly soon. I mean, who do you hold high regard for in Hollywood or in the public eye that you would feel like devastated if something happened to them right now? If you could name one or a few people. I would say Jamie Foxx is like a sleeper version of that for me. Like when I heard about Jamie Foxx, I didn't react the same way about like Bob Saget or, you know, anyone else who's like died or been ill, you know. But Jamie Foxx was like fucking hold the press.
Yeah, he's highly talented and he's like decently young as well. You know what I'm saying? Like he's probably like 50, but like he looks like he takes good care. Like you see 50-year-olds that look like they're goddamn 150. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't know if I didn't know where his career started, I think he could. I mean, I could tell he's at least 40, but like he could pull off like a late 20s, 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, were you taken aback by this? And if not by him, who would you hate to see in the news like this? I mean, for me, I have a few podcasters. Like, if Tom Segura, if something happened to him, I'd be like, oh, fuck, what's going on? Or like Ethan Klein, I'm a fan of his. If I saw something happen to him, I'd be like, oh, shit, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. And I didn't realize I felt that way about Jamie Foxx until it happened. And I was like, oh, shit, no.
Never know till it's too late.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Goddamn, I'm trying to think. I guess there are definitely a few actors that I really like. I like Quinta Brunson. I like Lakeith Stanfield. I'm a big fan of Lakeith. Donald Glover. I like Donald Glover.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
I would say the last time I felt like this was fairly recently when Kevin Conroy died. That was a big hit for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All the Batmans he did.
All the mans of the bat.
Yeah. That was rough. That was a rough one.
What about when all the Nintendo voice actors go?
Yeah, when Mario, I mean, but you don't really hear them a lot. You know, they're not, and that's just, that's shit on Hollywood's part for not casting them in the fucking the multimedia versions of these video game characters.
You know they're gonna do a Legend of Zelda movie next, a Samus movie. The Kirby movie. I can't wait for the Kirby movie. Goddamn.
Yeah, but I mean, with some of those, it's mainly just vocal grunts and stuff. They're not really talking. Does Samus talk in her games? Does she have like I think she does.
I've only played part of a demo.
Yeah, me neither. I've never played a single one, but I think she does in like the GameCube one.
But let me tell you something. The moment I notice a slight octave change in a single grunt,
yeah,
I'm throwing that shit out the window.
Yeah. Or like if it's like a huge departure, like if they make it like Jane Lynch or something, like some old lady, then you'll know. It's like, okay, y'all didn't even try to match it up with what's going on. But no, at least Mario has a voice. Like you've heard him say words, right? And even in the RPG games, like the Partners in Time, Bowser's Inside the Story, they have dialogue where they're like beep, 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 but you know what the voice sounds like. So
yeah,
at least have Charles Martinet do the voice and some shit. Like, goddamn, like there's been so many cartoons. I just watched a little bit of the Super Mario Land cartoon. It's free on Roku. That shit is terrible. That shit is god awful.
Yeah,
well, I just clicked on it because it's free to watch, and I couldn't even get through the first 5 minutes. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Super bored.
You talked about Flintstones at the top. It's basically just Flintstones because they've got like whole ass dinosaurs walking around. Like I'm talking like Stegosauruses, not just Yoshi. It's Yoshi, and then there's like real dinosaurs for some reason, and then Bowser's like an alligator. Bowser's like King K. Rool in it. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess.
No, you saw the first live action movie, right?
Oh yeah, that shit was bad too. But that's not just bad though. It's like they took a lot of creative risks that honestly in a way they pay off because it's so weird and so like foul. It's like a dystopian timeline where everything's like grungy and nasty looking. So I mean, in a way that's admirable because it's like, okay, this is its own thing. But the cartoons, they try to pull from the games and they have like the power-ups and shit, and they have the same animation style as like their characters in the game, but then they're in this world with like real ass dinosaurs. They're in like the prehistoric time period or like Paleolithic era for some reason. So it's just like they try to combine too many elements of shit going on. But with the live action movie with John Leguizamo and as Luigi, and I forget even who's Mario, at least that shit is creative looking to a point where it's like, oh, this is memorable, this shit at least, and I mean, say what you will, it was kind of like Dune, like in a lot of ways. I don't know if you saw Dune, the new one or the old one.
For Dune,
well, Bowser's kind of like the antagonist in Dune. He's just like this fat slovenly like slob dude, and then I forget the storyline completely. I've only seen it in parts, and it had to be like several years ago. But Super Mario
Galaxy.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 1993. I mean, that shit was just weird, but it was, it wasn't the worst. Yeah, Bowser's like this guy.
You mean the King Koopa?
King Koopa, yeah. I mean, look at that shit. It's kind of just weird, but memorable,
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, very strange. Anyways.
Is Mario bald? Mario's not bald, is he?
No, not completely. He's like balding.
Yeah, but like the real Mario, when he tips his cap in the game,
no, he's got whole ass hair. Yeah. Again, this is a departure from the game. Like they didn't really give a fuck about the game.
I feel that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. I still haven't seen the latest Mario movie. I need to get on that.
Either. I had an opportunity, but I
did too. I almost did. I saw The Machine instead with Cameron.
Ooh.
Burt Kreischer's movie.
I'm the Machine.
And it wasn't bad.
See that? Yeah.
Wasn't entirely bad. It was just kind of like turn your brain off, fun comedy action movie. Yeah. There's some parts in it. It's way too long for one. That's a trend lately with movies. Is they're way too long for no reason, getting dragged out by dumb dialogue that nobody needed.
Yeah, our attention spans are shortening due to TikTok.
It's not just that though. It's that there's no substance. It's like I love a good, quiet, drawn out movie like
Avengers Endgame.
Sure. Although that was not my first. I'm talking about like No Country for Old Men, where it's a lot of like quiet people like looking at a gun, looking back at where to hide the gun, looking back at the gun. Shit that doesn't necessarily have to take that long on camera, but that like it's suspenseful and it's purposeful, right? At least it's there for a reason. It's contributing in some way to the way you feel in the moment. The only way that the still moments in The Machine make you feel is like, why the fuck is this taking so long for him to explain? Or why the fuck is it every time a new person comes on screen, they have to have like a Western standoff and then there's some big epilogue as to why they're there in that moment. It's like, we could have just as easily explained everybody's position in the top somehow in like a story. Instead of like every time there's a new encounter, it's like and then you're just like fucking looking at this guy who's shirtless for 5 minutes, and as they talk back and forth, and then they fight for like 1 minute, and then they run away and they come back later. It's like shit like that. It's just irritating. But all in all, pretty good. Not all the jokes land, but the ones that do are pretty good. There's a lot of tired jokes that come back. They tell him he has titties at least like 9 times in the movie in English and Russian. That's like the joke, is that he has tits and that he's fat. And it's like, okay, we got it. It was funny. It did work like the first 3 times, but then, it's like you beat that dead horse to death and you can't beat it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dead already. So
don't kick him, Sarkeesian.
Yeah, and she kicked the shit out of that horse. Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's funny in the beginning. His wife is played by a different lady, but his real wife is in the movie, and he basically calls her an annoying bitch. And that's a fun little scene there.
He's been waiting for that for years.
And she can't get mad because she got in his movie or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like win-win. All right. Any advice for the folks at home, for the people or listening public?
I know I got something up my sleeve for the people.
And
I gotta give them some advice.
Yes.
They
need it. They need the advice. How else will they live?
How will they live? They won't. They will perish and disintegrate and decease.
And that's when Sarkeesian rolls up, gets her nice steel-toed or composite toe Tim's on, and she goes to work.
New York stomps your head on the fucking curb.
Stomps
and
you so hard.
They keep going. Yeah, son. They don't know what mercy is.
And good luck breathing. I mean, not even in the George Floyd sense, but right, you seen the video in New York. It's orange out. You go under for even 2 seconds, and that's a wrap.
You done ski. You gonna take that?
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of fucking goddamn
life support had better be on standby. You better be right next to the emergency room.
You done skis.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to breathe. You ain't gonna be able to think, and your head gonna hurt like shit for like a minute, boy.
Yeah. Your head's gonna hurt. You're just gonna be seeing orange. You're gonna think you're in like this Trump nightmare.
You're gonna, oh shit. I was gonna say it's gonna look like the Call of Duty games or some shit when you're out of balance and it's like
exactly. Get back. You got 10 seconds. That's actually, there's a 10-second timer on your view, in your vision, that's telling you got 10 seconds to wake the fuck up. Or you're about to go brain dead.
Oh shit. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine you're like living in a Call of Duty fucking because how orange that shit is. It'd be like that in the games, all that fucking smog.
Pretty scary.
Shit. Just breathing that shit in, goddamn.
Yeah.
All of New York's about to have like some kind of cancer or some fucking shit, or I don't know.
Oh, for real, yeah. I mean, we're gonna find out in like 10 years. There's gonna be a class action lawsuit against like whatever Canadian district or whatever failed to.
They got free healthcare. Hey, I think we should get it too, because we're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or there's gonna be some petition to like get a stipend for healthcare stemming from the long-term health ailments caused by this. Yeah. Hey Daisy, you got anything to say? I think she does. She's going to the mic, right?
Nah, she's I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing. So
you got 10 seconds, Daisy, before you go brain dead. You're seeing orange. It's all ending. 5.
It's all over.
4, 3, 2, Daisy.
I guess she doesn't
Last
care.
rites. I guess not.
Speak now, forever. Hold your peace.
Yeah, it's all right. Hopefully we see you next time. If not, I know what happened.